In this video, we're going to talk about uploading images to the MODX Manager. We're going to discuss file size, naming convention, and why you should have a good naming convention, and organizing your files. There are several ways to be able to access images in the MODX Manager. The first is through the Files tab, which exists in the resource tree. There is then an ability underneath Media Browser to see images that you've uploaded as well. There's then also, on a per resource basis, the ability, depending on what your site is set up to be, to browse images through various template variables or through inserting images in the rich text editor. Underneath Files, we at Gel Studios make a media source to put everything underneath, simply called File Uploads. We do this so that we keep everything separate and out of the working directory of the main MODX files. This keeps the directory clean. Let's go ahead and upload a couple of images. We can do this by simply right-clicking and selecting Upload Files. Let's choose a few images. The first thing to be considerate about is the file size. We set a limit of 2 megabytes per image to upload. You'd never really want to use an image larger than this, due to the fact that every single image is automatically cropped and resized when it's put through to the front end of the site anyway. Let's go ahead and upload the remaining DC superheroes that I've got selected. Selecting these will add them into my list. If I now click Upload, it will upload them into the files tree. We can see that these have been uploaded over here. Hovering over them will present a little preview. Now that we've uploaded them, let's go ahead and create a folder for these to sit under. I'll simply right-click and select Create Directory. I'll call this DC. What I can now do is drag and drop to move these into their new folder. We'd recommend making folders so that it's easy for you to find your content moving forward. It's of course easy to set up a file structure when you're starting a website. Doing it afterwards is a little bit more complicated, and you have to put a degree of work in to go through and update where those images are linked. However, for the speed of finding your images moving forward, is certainly beneficial. Let's go ahead and add another folder. Let's call this one Marvel. Let's go ahead and upload some directly into here. In this instance, I'll right-click on the folder and select Upload Files. I'll choose my files and I'll pick my Marvel superheroes. Here you can see that these have now been uploaded as well. Now, in terms of a naming convention, I'd always recommend to replace spaces with underscores. Let's right-click on Captain America and rename him to underscore Captain. Ideally, for SEO benefit, you'd rename these images to match keywords that are on your pages. We'd always recommend trying to keep them all lowercase, and as I said earlier, removing the spaces and replacing them for underscores. These images are now available for us to use. Let's go ahead and put one into this page. If I click on Insert Image, I can now browse, I can pick my folder, and then insert my image. From here I have some various tools which are available to me, such as setting SEO alternate text, the ability to place a link, and also the ability of where to put the image on the page. There are many different areas where you'll need images, but this fundamental ability of uploading them and having a good naming structure is really important.